Hello and welcome. Today, we're going to explore the life and legacy of a figure who has profoundly influenced millions of Muslims around the world, Maulana Muhammad Ilyas Attar Qadri. Who is he? What is the mission he has dedicated his life to, and what kind of impact has he had? Let's delve into his remarkable story. Born in 1950 in Karachi, Pakistan, Ilyas Qadri grew up in a city that was a hub of both opportunity and challenge. His family had migrated from India after the partition, and like many families of that era, they faced the task of building a new life. From a young age, Ilyas Qadri showed a deep inclination towards Islamic scholarship. He wasn't just interested in the rituals. He was drawn to the spiritual heart of the faith, the inner purification of the self, known as tasawwuf or Sufism. His early education was a blend of formal schooling and traditional Islamic learning. He spent countless hours poring over classical texts, studying the Qur'an, Hadith, and Islamic jurisprudence under the guidance of respected scholars. This rigorous training laid the foundation for his future path. But it was his spiritual quest that truly defined his journey. He sought a spiritual guide, a murshid, who could lead him on the path of self-rectification and closeness to God. He eventually pledged allegiance to the great Sufi master of his time, Shah Ahmad Raza Khan Barelvi's spiritual successor, and immersed himself in the Qadiriya spiritual order, a lineage that traces back to the revered Sheikh Abdul Qadir Jilani. As a young man, Ilyas Qadri was not content with just personal spiritual growth. He felt a burning desire to share the beauty and peace he found in his faith with others. He saw a world where many Muslims were drifting away from the core teachings of Islam, often caught up in the distractions of modern life. He believed that the solution was a return to the simple, yet profound, practices of the Prophet Muhammad and his companions. This conviction became the driving force behind his life's work. In 1981, a pivotal year, Ilyas Qadri, along with a few dedicated companions, founded Dawat-e-Islami. The name itself, which translates to invitation to Islam, encapsulates its core purpose. It wasn't intended to be a political party or a social reform movement in the conventional sense. Instead, its focus was purely on individual spiritual and moral reformation. The initial days were humble. They started with small gatherings in mosques and homes, traveling from street to street, inviting people to learn about their faith and to strive for self-improvement. The methodology of Dawat-e-Islami was simple and effective. It revolved around the concept of calling towards righteousness. Ilyas Qadri encouraged his followers to dedicate time, whether a few hours a week or a few days a month, to travel in what are known as Madani kafilas or Madani caravans. These groups travel to different towns and cities, not to preach from a high pulpit, but to engage with people on a personal level. They visit homes, marketplaces, and mosques, gently reminding people of their religious duties, teaching them basic Islamic practices like how to perform prayers correctly, and encouraging them to adopt good manners and a positive character. This grassroots approach resonated with many. It was non-confrontational, personal, and focused on practical, positive change. Ilyas Qadri's teachings emphasized love, humility, and service to humanity. He often stressed that a true Muslim is one from whose tongue and hands other people are safe. This message of peace and personal responsibility was a cornerstone of his preaching. As Dawat-e-Islami grew, so did its infrastructure. What began with a handful of people has now blossomed into a global movement with a presence in over 190 countries. Under Ilyas Qadri's guidance, the organization established a vast network of institutions. One of its most significant achievements is the establishment of Jamiatul Madina, a system of Islamic universities that provide higher Islamic education to thousands of students, free of charge. These institutions aim to produce scholars who are not only well-versed in the religious sciences but also embody the spiritual and ethical principles of the faith. Another key initiative is the Madrasatul Madina system, which focuses on teaching children how to read the Qur'an with correct pronunciation, or tajweed, and providing them with basic Islamic education. These schools have made Quranic literacy accessible to millions of children, many of whom come from underprivileged backgrounds. Recognizing the power of media in the modern age, Ilyas Qadri launched Madani Channel in 2008. This 24/7 satellite television channel broadcasts religious programming in multiple languages. It features lectures, Quranic recitations, and educational programs for all age groups, bringing the message of Dawat-e-Islami directly into people's homes. The channel strictly adheres to religious guidelines and has become a primary source of Islamic knowledge for countless families worldwide. Ilyas Qadri is also a prolific author. He has written numerous books and pamphlets on a wide range of topics, from spiritual purification and the virtues of good deeds to practical guides on Islamic rituals and social etiquette. His most famous work, Sunnah, or Bounties of the Prophetic Path, has been translated into many languages and is a comprehensive guide for those seeking to live their lives in accordance with the teachings of the Prophet Muhammad. His writing style is simple, accessible, and filled with motivational anecdotes and stories, making complex religious concepts easy to understand for the average person. The influence of Muhammad Ilyas Attar Qadri extends far beyond the institutions he has built. His personal example has been a source of inspiration for his followers. He is known for his humility, his simple lifestyle, and his tireless dedication to his mission. Despite leading a global organization, he is often seen participating in the same grassroots activities he encourages his followers to undertake. His distinctive green turban has become a symbol of the movement, a visual reminder of the call to righteousness. His teachings place a strong emphasis on character building. He consistently encourages his followers to be honest in their dealings, respectful to their parents and elders, kind to their neighbors, and compassionate towards all of creation. He has launched campaigns against social ills and has promoted positive habits, such as planting trees, conserving water, and maintaining cleanliness, framing them as acts of worship and civic duty. Of course, like any major religious movement, Dawat-e-Islami has faced its share of scrutiny and criticism. Some have questioned its methods or theological positions. However, Ilyas Qadri has consistently steered the movement away from sectarian conflict and political agitation, maintaining a singular focus on individual reform and spiritual education. His message is one of internal change, believing that a better society can only be built by better individuals. The digital age has seen Dawat-e-Islami embrace new technologies to spread its message. The organization has a robust online presence with a website, mobile apps, and active social media channels. These platforms provide access to a vast library of resources, including books, lectures, and live broadcasts, making Ilyas Qadri's teachings accessible to a global audience with just a few clicks. One of the most remarkable aspects of Ilyas Qadri's influence is its reach. He has managed to connect with people from all walks of life, from highly educated professionals to laborers, from the youth in urban centers to villagers in remote areas. His ability to communicate profound spiritual truths in a simple, relatable manner has been key to his success. He speaks the language of the heart, addressing the universal human desire for purpose, peace, and a connection with the divine. The mission he initiated over 4 decades ago continues to grow and evolve. Dawat-e-Islami is now involved in extensive welfare work, providing relief during natural disasters, running blood donation drives, and assisting the poor and needy. This humanitarian aspect demonstrates the practical application of the spiritual teachings Ilyas Qadri promotes, that faith must be translated into compassionate action. In conclusion, Muhammad Ilyas Attar Qadri is a figure whose life is a testament to the power of unwavering faith and dedicated action. From humble beginnings, he built a global movement dedicated to the spiritual and moral revival of the Muslim community. His focus on personal reformation, education, and the use of modern technology has enabled his message of peace, love, and self-improvement to reach millions. His legacy is not just in the schools, universities, and media channels he has established, but in the countless lives he has touched. It's in the young person who finds purpose and direction, the family that finds harmony through faith, and the community that comes together to do good. The story of Ilyas Qadri is a powerful reminder that one person, with a sincere intention and a clear vision, can indeed make a world of difference. His life's work continues to inspire our generation to strive for a better self and a better world, one person at a time. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the life and mission of Maulana Muhammad Ilyas Attar Qadri. If you found this video insightful, please like, share, and subscribe for more content on influential figures and important topics. We'll see you in the next one.